there guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Orme, and today we're back playing Franchise Hockey Manager 2. We're here in the playoffs with the Colorado Avalanche at the end of Season 2. And we're here at the start of the series, the second round series against Chicago. The Blackhawks overcame the St. Louis Blues in 6 games. We beat the Nashville Predators in 4. You can see here as well on the other side of on our bracket, the bottom side of our bracket, San Jose overcame Minnesota, Sharks beating the Wild 4-2, and the LA Kings overcome the Vancouver Canucks in 5. So pretty much simple there. First and second from the top, first and third from the bottom. Over the other side of things, a little crazier. We actually got New York, the 4th place team. The Islanders stepped up, so they overcame the Detroit Red Wings in 5 games. They will now be facing Tampa Bay, where the Lightning had to overcome the Montreal Canadiens in Game 7. Sid the Kid was absent, so Pittsburgh Penguins go down in 4 straight games to the New York Rangers at the top part of the Eastern bracket, and the Washington Capitals took 7 games but did overcome the Boston Bruins. So that leaves us with the final 8 you can see on screen there. I think we've got a good chance. If we can overcome Chicago, then I'd be a little worried about Washington, maybe Tampa Bay, depending which of those makes it to the final. I do think that is the most likely. I think both New York teams are the underdogs in their series, and we'll probably have to overcome the Kings or the Sharks, probably the Kings, and I think we can do that in the Western Conference Final. So really, that's not bad. I've made a few changes as well. I had a word with a couple of people recently. I looked around some forums, I had a chat to some friends and some people who know hockey and run like junior hockey and kids hockey. I don't know exactly what the term for it is. Is it Pee-wee? Is that like baseball? I'm not sure. But ultimately, they told me a few things about how to set up my lines. And also on the Out of the Park Developments Twitch stream last night, I had a word with them about ice time and how to set my lines up in terms of ice time. So what we're going with, slightly different to theirs, but the similar idea: 18 minutes on the first line, 17 on the second, 14 on the third, and 11 on the 4th line. So we're playing our stacked 2 lines a lot, and then that 3rd and 4th line we're not playing as much at all. So we're cutting down a little bit on the line time there. Nick McKinnon's still out for 2 weeks. I don't feel comfortable playing him. So I know I could, but yeah, that's just not something that I particularly want to do right now. So Trevor Cheek stays in the lineup. Game 1 of this series is away to Chicago, of course. They were the best team in the entire league, the only team to finish above us. They won the President's Trophy. Not only that, but they topped our conference and, of course, our division, since the Central was the competitive place this season. That was the competitive division out of all 4. So I'm really hoping things go well here. The Blackhawks, really tough team. Corey Crawford in net, Patrick Kane leading the way, and you can see there Jonathan Taves, Teravainen, Ladd, Shaw, Ho. So that's a pretty decent second line. Probably better now a second, now that Nate McKinnon's got injured and Hansel has stepped up to the first line. 3rd and 4th, I don't see a lot there. Maybe Weiss, and that's the only name I really recognise there. So I think Bodka being down there, Gergensons, Blake Como as well. I think we've got a little bit more depth. And defence, I think we're slightly better. They do have Ehrhoff, Brent Seabrook and Duncan Keith is a very nice first line. But we've got a really good first line. And, yeah. We need our big players to come up. So we're just going to go through each game. We're going to sim each period as it happens. So let's watch the time tick down. See, they're having more shots than us, but that's the end of the first. Is 12-9 in terms of shots. Ryan O'Reilly is in the box. We're going to start the second period with a minute on penalty kill. Yeah, they're taking the puck away when not. I mean, that's really the big difference between the two teams. Duncan Keith goes in the penalty box. Hansel joins him. Sidlowski now. Look at that. That's terrible. We need to cut out the penalties. I'm not sure why we're getting so many penalties. O'Reilly, Rantanen. Oh, look at that. Mikko Rantanen on that second line, I believe. Third line now. I don't know where Rantanen was playing. I think he's on the third line. That opens up the scoring. We're level on shots. Oh, and Ladd with an easy goal there. Didn't seem to be any build-up. They just win a face-off and Ladd throws it at net. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. So we're going to go into the third period. Can we take the game opener here? Game number 1 in this series, second round of the cup playoffs. Can the Colorado Avalanche overcome the Chicago Blackhawks here in Chicago? We're down to 10 minutes. I need our defense to come up big for us and keep a clean sheet here in the third. Oh, Ansimov, look at that. Hansel gives it up. Ansimov just grabs that, and that's probably, with Como in the box, that's going to be the end of it. We swept the St. Louis Blues in 4 games, but Hossa grabs a goal there. And defensively, we were not good enough. That is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I am just not happy with that at all. So you can see season record is now 2-2 versus Chicago. Whoa. Okay, so shots, they just edged us. Penalty minutes, we gave up far too much. The hit totals are the same. You can see the giveaways were higher and the takeaways were lower. We need to look at that. But we're winning face-offs, so, the hits are good. The face-offs are good. The shots are fairly good. We're giving away too many penalties and we're giving up the puck too easily. So, yeah, we're 2-1 in penalties there. We're 2-1 in penalties there. And we take the only penalty at the end of the game as well. So, oh, really not good. Really, really, really not good. So, let's have a quick look at ice times here then. It's not bad ice times. It's not bad at all, really. We got first line on about, well, Hansel's on about 21 there. We've got Landeskog 16. That's a little light. Duchesne 17. But Ryan O'Reilly there, because he's on the penalty kill, he got a lot more time. We just got blown apart, and I don't like it. I really don't like that. So Corey Schneider, 906 saves, and yeah, he let in 3 goals. I mean, 966 from Crawford. Oh, that third period, we only got 3 shots as well. Bodka gets injured. Well, I guess we're playing McKinnon in that case. So, Hansel, Sidlowski, Vey, Como moves up, Trevor Cheek moves over there. Nick McKinnon comes back in on the right-hand side. He'll jump straight into the shootouts. Power play, McKinnon. Power play, McKinnon. Penalty kill. I'm not sure who to put on the penalty kill. Let's put Cliche. Yeah, let's put Cliche and maybe Blake Como should go on that. Maybe Blake Como should go on the penalty kill. So give up some 4-on-4 time there. So Landeskog, we don't really want him doing too much. O'Reilly's on every line. We can't really do too much about that. He's too important. Yeah, we're not going to worry too much about the lines. I think they're fairly good. A couple of people might be getting used too much, but yeah. Not sure how to change things if we do need to change things. We, away at Chicago against good goaltending, we gave up the puck twice very easily in our own area, which is what led to both of their sort of third period goals. I believe they had like an easy face-off goal. There was a giveaway by Hansel, I believe, for the third goal. That insurance marker, so not too much we can do there. We're back at Chicago for Game 2 at the United Center, and we just go again, guys. We step up and see if we can't do what we couldn't do in the last game. Let's get past Corey Crawford more than once. And let's keep it tight at the back. That's what we need to do. So in this first period, can we get some shots on net? I don't like how they're... Oh, look at that. Gergenson's with a goal there. Blake Como feeding it to him. Landeskog doing some work on that goal. So it's a nice early goal there. That's a nice one. We need to get out of this period now. Without giving it up, please. Oh my God, really? Really? They give it away. We have a face-off in their end, it seemed like, and Patrick Kane just goes straight up and puts it in the net. And let's see, was that Tyson Barry with a goal there? That puts us 2-1 up, but we conceded a goal in the first period. And that's what I don't like. I do not like that. So we had basically 2 goals on, what? Our first 3 shots, I believe? So McKinnon had a shot, Gergensen scored, Barry scored, Landeskog had a shot, and Ryan O'Reilly had a shot. And that's it. That was it. They've got 16 shots to our 5, but we are leading. And I mean, I'll take it, but, you know, they're winning face-offs. They're giving the puck away, not us, which is better. We need to stay out of the penalty box. We need to stay defensively secure. And we need to start firing that puck on net a bit more. Now, I know the tactics and everything were okay. Here we go. Oh my God, Jonathan Taves, what? Just like that, we had it in their end when we get that highlight. I really thought that was going to be a goal for us. I thought that was the goal that gave us a chance, but we get pegged back. Oh, and this... Like, come on. I get that they're out shooting us and everything like that, but just the amount of times, like, we didn't give the puck away in the first half much at all. I can't remember seeing a single giveaway. Second period, we're only halfway through, 6 giveaways, and they're right back in it with 2 goals. This just is not working the way it should be. Shoot, avoid penalties, skate it in. Normal checking, high risk offense, high tempo. Okay. Second line, we'll go a little bit passive on checking. Normal play. And I think we'll go shoot high on the second line as well then. Normal play, dump the puck. Very active checking, because I think that's a nice line to be on there. On fourth line, physical play, very active. And a pass line. There we are. We'll I don't know. We'll just try that. I guess it's worth a try. It might be something to do with why we had it go against us. But again, there's another penalty kill we've got to go through. See, again, another breakaway and they score. Another breakaway. Come on. Really? That's all they've done all game. How is this a thing? Is this a weakness in my players? Is it a weakness in the tactics? I haven't seen this all season. We've had 82 games, plus 4 in the playoffs. We have never conceded more than 1 a game where we lose it in their area, in their third, and we just concede. I really don't know what's going on for this game. I really don't. This is just kind of crazy. 5-3. Let's get it done. We're not going to win that game. Not the way that it's that it was going on. I just really don't know what happened there. I really don't know what happened. I know we give the puck away too much. That's a weakness in this team. And I expect it to come back and bite us, but not when every time it happens they go score. I mean, we're too good for that defensively. We are too good for that. Pietrangelo. Yeah, what's that? Defense 15, physical 16, mental 16, 14, 15, 13, 14. Then between some 13s, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 14, 15, 14. No real weaknesses defensively. Corey Schneider, very good goaltender. Like, I just don't know. Eric Johnson hasn't been particularly good this season. That is something that I really think I need to look at the draft. Maybe trading away Eric Johnson and trying to find something else to work on that right-hand side. Maybe. Blake Como hasn't performed at all this season. Rantanen is definitely trade bait at this stage. He just does not perform, and he's got 4-star potential. I don't think he's better than Bodka long term. I definitely don't think he's anywhere near Landeskog long term. So we've kind of got our first and second line left wingers sorted. Rantanen is not a defensive player. He's 19. He put 15 points in 82 games. I think I've got to trade him. He's worth too much not to. I really think we need to trade him. yeah, who else has underperformed across the season? Gergenson's, but he's getting better. So I'm happy enough with him there. Hansel's been okay. He's been poor in the last 2 games, but he's been okay across the season. Sidlowski and Vey, I know, aren't very good anyway, so I think we do need to make some changes. This is far from a balanced team. So, as always, have your say. Let me know in the comment section below or on Twitter at ChrisArmy. The link to that is in the description. Yeah, have your say. What changes do we need to make? We've made a lot this season, and I really thought it would take us to the conference finals at least. Coming up against Chicago, I mean, that's tough. That is tough. They are a powerhouse this season. But I think we're still missing something. We're missing that ability to take the puck away from people. So, yeah, we don't hit people on the counter-attack. We get counter-attacked. They get a breakaway, and at the moment, you know, Chicago has all the answers for Corey Schneider. They have all the answers. Let's get into Game 3 then. This could be over in 4. This really could. I haven't seen anything from us that makes us... that really makes us think that we can get into this. We're high on shots right now, 7-1, 7-2. But look, they come straight back into it. They come straight back into it. That's something we couldn't do at their place. We were always chasing the shot count. We can't stay out of the penalty box. Nate McKinnon's playing through an injury. Budka's out injured. We can't score a power play. Oh my gosh. It paused for the second player to go through there. For Ehoff to go into the penalty box, I thought maybe that was a goal. And then it paused coming up towards the end of the period. I thought maybe. Fact that we're probably 5-on-3 right now. No, we're 5-on-4. Yeah. No, we are 5-on-3. Yeah, of course we are. They got 2 in the penalty box. And both of them count. They survive a 5-on-3 for a minute and a half. That's just not good enough from us. That is not good enough. I don't like it. I don't like it. Why is the ice time changed? Oh my gosh. Why you do this to me? I hate how they automatically change. I like how they automatically change to balance out the other lines, but I hate when they do it and they change something you've just set. So if I set a line up, I don't want to see them get wrecked. So, see, that should have taken from the 13 because I'm improving 4th line time. Why is that taking it all from the first line? That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. So 18 minutes on the first line, 17 minutes on the second, 15 on the third, which I want 14 on the third, 11 minutes on the fourth. Let's go back to that. Can we get something going? Artemi Panarin. So Keith and Seabrook doing the defensive work. Get it up to Panarin. He grabs that goal. And oh, look, a breakaway. Roosevelt, again a breakaway. Why are we giving up breakaways so easily? We haven't done that all season. We haven't done that all season. Don't tell me now that there's something wrong with the tactics. We're the second best team in the entire league in the regular season. Why are we giving up breakaways? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. So there's something I'm missing here. It's going to see us out of the playoffs. This is going to be the third loss in a row. I'm still waiting for, even with that long of a highlight, and even though we keep getting the puck, I'm still expecting them to get a breakaway and score it, because that's all I've seen. That's all I've seen when we played the Blackhawks in these two games. We grab a goal now and again, but every time we're on possession, I still believe they're the team that's going to go on and score, not us. Like, we equalised 38-16 shots. Even if we get the next highlight, it could still be for them to win the game. Can we get something out of this? We're going to go to overtime, really? Oh, I hate overtime. Especially with a team that's as good at counter-attacking as Chicago. Or as good as they seem. Look at that. We're shooting from everywhere. We're shooting, you know, a great number of shots. Oh my God. Yeah, Patrick Kane all over. All over. 3-0 down. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there. Either Chicago that are simply absolutely phenomenal, unbeatable, which I don't believe they are. They got Taves, they got Patrick Kane. Horsa's decent, Ladd's decent, but he's out injured now. You know, Seabrook and Keith are the only real players they got on defence. They got a good goaltender. So their first line, Ladd, Kane, Taves, Seabrook and Keith, are good. They're really good. We've got Schneider, Pietrangelo, Trouba, Landeskog, Duchesne, and McKinnon. Like, surely we're just as good. Our defensive six is better than theirs. Our offensive depth, I'd say, is very similar, if not a little better. I don't like it. I don't like how these games have gone. It definitely feels like I'm missing something. It definitely does. And it's going to cost us a place in the conference final. It might have cost us a face in the Stanley Cup final and maybe the Stanley Cup itself. I'm very disappointed with us. I'm very disappointed. I thought we had a shot. I knew that Blackhawks would be tough, but I really thought we had a shot and that we'd make it far more interesting than it has been so far. They've got all the answers to us. We've got nothing on them whatsoever. Corey Crawford standing on his head in the playoffs. Schneider is not playing very well. He's gone the wrong way on quite a few shots. A lot of their goals I've seen, it says Schneider goes the opposite way, and I don't know if that means very much or not, but yeah. We actually gonna get something? Wow. Gostisbehere. Finally. Oh. I'm not confident. I'm not even confident in winning this game. And if we do win this, we've got to win another 3 straight to take it in a game 7. I mean, that's just... The first 2 games have killed any hope I've got in this whatsoever. So... yeah, at least it looks like we might not be swept, although we're taking back-to-back penalties here. Oh, look at that. Another penalty. As soon as they get a player in, we get a player in ourselves. The giveaways, look at that, 10 giveaways. Why are we giving it away? Is that high-risk offense? We haven't given it away this much throughout the entirety of the league season. There hasn't been a game with any amount of giveaways up this high. But in every single playoff game, every single, and that's another single assist goal. They've had a lot of single assists and solo goals just because of the breakaways. Patrick Kane goes in the box for 2 minutes. Earhoff goes in the box. We actually going to get a power play goal. Wow, finally something goes our way on the power play. Wow, back-to-back power play goal. I should complain more often, or maybe not, because it doesn't matter, because Pandaren just grabs a goal straight away. Like, we work really hard to get our shots and our goals. They just seem to be able to score at will. Oh, double penalty. Lovely. Well done, boys. Well done. 6 minutes. Is this going to go to overtime? I think this might go to overtime. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. Rantanen in the penalty box as we go to overtime. That's not what I want to happen for overtime. We're chasing the game in an instant there. Let's see who's going to get the winner. Is it going to be Chicago rounding this out in 4? I firmly believe so. I've seen nothing from us in this entire series. And, yeah. Is there anybody going to step up? Do we go to a shootout? Need to see something, boys. Oh my god, 6 seconds left of overtime. 6 seconds left. Ah, and that's that fits. That does fit with how that series went. We lose against Chicago there. 6 seconds from the end of the game. Duncan Keith. Just 6 seconds of overtime remaining. Like, we're giving the puck away in every game. I need to figure out why. I have no idea. We didn't do it in the regular season, but we didn't even do it in the first 4 games of the playoffs. We swept the Nashville Predators without too much issue. You know, that really did prove to me that we were a good team. And then we show up against Chicago, who are a great team, no disrespect to them, but they do not sweep us in 4 games. We are a far better team than a 4-0 team. You know, we're a much better team than St. Louis, and they took it at Game 6. I just don't know what happened in this series. It got away from us. And yeah, Chicago were lethal. We were wasteful. It's gone 3-1 in each of the other 3 games. LA, well, I thought they might overcome the Sharks, but San Jose taking a good lead there. Washington, as expected, taking a 3-1 lead, as are Tampa Bay. So let's see who makes it into the conference finals. We'll do that. We'll do a little bit of a roundup as well, awards and whatnot in this video. And then in the next video, we will be going to the draft and seeing what happens there. So Tampa Bay overcome New York Islanders in 6 games, 4-2. The Lightning will face Washington as the Caps overcome the Rangers 4-1. Chicago best us in 4 straight, whereas San Jose only needed 5 games to overcome LA. So San Jose versus Chicago, I really don't see Chicago being stopped. Tampa Bay, Washington is kind of the two I would have picked from the 8 here. I really thought that they'd be the two to get to this Eastern Conference Final. So let's see what happens. I'm going to pause and come back when these series are completed. And well, there you have it. Tampa Bay overcomes Washington in Game 7. They were 3-1 up, so Tampa Bay, you know, they lost a couple there to Washington, but they were in control of that series, and they do win it. San Jose beat Chicago in 5 games. Now, San Jose are not a good team. They don't have any big stars. You know, Marlowe and Thornton are aging. They're not the players they used to be. Brett Burns, Vlasic, decent defenders. Nothing too special. Logan Couture. Pavelski's okay. You know, Hurtle will be good one day. Goldobin will be good one day. But, you know, not even really good goaltending. Like, poor goaltending. Below 4-star. And, yeah, they overcame Chicago in 5. They did what we couldn't do. I don't understand at all. How can we lose in 4 and they beat Chicago in 5? I'm missing something. If you let me know what it is, please, guys, it's going to drive me insane. I'm going to have to break down everything and try and figure out why we gave up the puck so much. And why we were giving up so many breakaways. Yeah, that's really surprised me. But San Jose get into the final. That is a great achievement for them. That is a great achievement. Definitely not one of my fancy teams, but they make it through. And Tampa Bay, kind of expected them to get there. You know, Washington was the team that were my first choice. Tampa was second. Like I say, they should have contested this Eastern Conference final. But I'm not really surprised seeing Tampa get to the final. They are a good team. So once again, we'll be back when we have the result of this matchup. And we will see who is the new Stanley Cup champions in this game. And there we have it. Your Stanley Cup champions are the Tampa Bay Lightnings. Yeah, Lightning win in 4. They sweep the Stanley Cup finals. San Jose performed out of their skin to beat Chicago. They couldn't replicate that against Tampa Bay. Of course, Chicago in turn played out of their skins to beat us. They couldn't replicate that in the next round. And we played out of our skins to beat Nashville. Couldn't replicate that in the following round. So there's a pattern here through. There is a pattern here through. So we were great, so we lose. They were great, so they lose. They were great, and they lose. So seems to be a bit of a curse, bit of a pattern there, the way it lined up. You know, Tampa Bay sort of ground their way through 4-3, 4-2, 4-3, and then swept the final. They kind of earned the right at that point, I guess. But it's a weird season. It's a very, very weird season. So let's see here. Best plus minus, Andrew Ladd. Ovechkin was the top goal scorer. The points total was Alexei Ovechkin. Cam Ward, best save percentage. Zetterberg, the best defensive forward. Jonathan Quick won the goals against award. Braden Holtby, the Holt Beast himself, goalie of the year. Ovechkin, Alex the Great, MVP. Playoff MVP, Steven Stamkos, Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Stamkos headed to free agency? He is. He is. So the playoff MVP, Stanley Cup winner Steven Stamkos, might be playing elsewhere this season. Blackhawks, Duncan Keith, Defenseman of the Year. And Connor McDavid was the Rookie of the Season. So We do pick up something. We do grab the GM of the year. I'm not sure really why. I guess it's down to the fact that we were predicted to play badly, and we didn't until we met Chicago. So overall, guys, a first season, disappointing exit against Chicago, but we played well against Nashville. And I do believe we had what it takes to overcome San Jose and put up a fight against Tampa Bay. So really, this series here was the one that got us. If you look though over the season, 53 wins, 22 losses, 7 overtime for 113. That is a good target to hit in the first season. You know, a good goal difference, pretty decent along the way. I don't believe that we did everything that we could, but the goals were there. Goals against was a little higher than I'd like, although we actually improved that. We did improve that. That's fantastic, actually. 9th. Well. So goals against across the season, we were down in 9th. Those face-offs, we started winning and came up to the top of the pile there. Giveaways across the season, where were we? 14th giveaways. 14th in terms of giveaways. But as soon as we hit the playoffs, we really started giving away the puck, and that made it so much more difficult for us. Really did. Injuries were also 14th, so I don't know, guys. We've got a few little things to deal with in terms of changing the side, I guess. Like, I think we got good depth, but Johnson, for me, is someone we could get rid of quite easily. I wouldn't miss him too much based on this season. Blake Homo is another guy. Mikko Rantanen, I think, has great value to trade away. Cleach has not worked out. And Sidlowski, Vey, maybe keep one of them, maybe get rid of the other one, maybe get rid of Vey. So we do have a few trading assets there. We do have some draft picks, and yeah, we're gonna head over towards the draft so we can see our draft picks and what number they are. We will be back in a moment. Okay, guys, we are back. There are some new bits here with terms of deals and who's going to free agency. There seems to be an absolute ton of names coming out here. I was trying to sim to the draft. We haven't got that far. There seems to be a few deals being made along the way, including Tommy Wingles there. He's going to Florida. Mark Savard and Derek McKenzie are heading to San Jose. That's interesting. But apparently, Matt Clark for Chase Balassi. I don't know. Let's discuss the trade, because more important than anything, it'll show us the draft pick. So we've got Winnipeg and New Jersey in the first round. We got Calgary in the second. So those are our draft picks for this season. Next year we've got our own first and Winnipeg second. I'll be up for trading away our first and trying to get someone else's. I'll be happy having 3 draft picks if I can trade away our first, pick up somebody in the top 10, a draft pick in the top 10, and also pick up a third. I don't mind weakening our depth if we do get it. Maybe Rantanen helps us make those moves and trade these two away again, similarly, for a good first and someone else's second and third. That would be quite decent there. So Matt Clark for Chase Balassi. So I'm not too sure on this. I mean, I don't really like him. Matt Clark knows how to hit. He does know how to hit. Okay, well, what else have the Panthers got? Ultimately, that's going to make or break this for me. What else have the Panthers got? Let's have a look potential-wise. Have they got anybody who's ready to make a big jump? Madison, I don't think we'd be able to get. How good is he? He's not great yet. Let's take Chase out of it. Yeah, there's not much that they have that I'd want. Certainly not that I think they'd be willing to give up. Which might be the interesting thing. Yeah, no, I don't believe there's too much that I'd want to give up here, so I don't want to give up that. No, I don't want to give up that. Let's see, give me a third next season and a third the season after. How about that? Because I don't really want Clark, that's the thing. So, let's just delete all those messages. So, with the draft picks we've got, we need to make some changes. I really don't know what's going to happen. That was definitely not on the cards to be knocked out in 4 games. To be honest, I expected to lose against the Blackhawks. But I did expect it in 6 games. I was feeling maybe 6 games, I'd be fairly happy with that kind of performance. But we took a couple of games to overtime. We never looked like winning either of them. Even games we did look like winning, like game 2, I believe we just, things just went against us, and I need to look at a roster, our lines, our tactics, figure out exactly why that went. We got a good chance in the draft, though. We got 3 really good draft picks to be able to pick up first team players. If not now, then for the future. And yeah, we might have to make some trades as well. Maybe Rantanen, maybe Eriksson. Have your say as always. What kind of positions do we need to improve? Who have we got that we can get rid of? And why were we giving up the puck so much and conceding so many breakaways that cost us against Chicago? Let me know in the comments below and on Twitter. I'm sorry about the length of this video. I know we're pushing 50 minutes right now. But, if you do want to see the games played out like that, then come playoff, we're going to have longer videos. If not, I can just, skip the games. I can watch them sort of on my end and unpause when goals go in. Or at the end of every period, I can just update you that way, or at the end of every game, so we can just see the entire best of 7 playoff series. Have your say on that as well. I'd like to hear your opinions on how we should change up the format, if any. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry we couldn't get it done for you today. I'm slightly disappointed, but hey, there's always next year. We got great draft picks. We've got a good base of a team. We need to tinker sort of how we're doing in some of these games. Maybe tactically we're not quite there, but second in the league last season, only beaten by the best team in the league last season in the playoffs. So that's not bad, guys. That's not bad. GM of the year first season. Let's see if we can't step up our game, get to that Stanley Cup sort of final, and win our 3rd trophy. So I hope you come back again next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Leave comments, as I say, guys. I need your help here. Dive in, whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter. Just, let me know what you think about things. And I'll try and tinker for next time here on the channel playing FHM2. I've been Chris Army. Thanks as always, guys. Y'all take care. Gabriel Landeskog. Rantanen grabbing the puck, giving it over there. Hands over the goal. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, we're gonna